Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Iron Man movie series Iron Man Mark I action figure set. This set was originally released in 2008 along with the first live-action Iron Man movie. I refound this set in 2010 when I found it at a collectible shop in Newark, California called Hot Toys 2, and I ended up paying $30 for the set. Now I did say refound because I did have this figure in 2008, but I was out of the action figure hobby at the time, and I only purchased the set to resell on eBay. And I've kind of regretted selling it off ever since. I've been trying to refine this set for the past 2, almost 3 years, without success. When Toys R Us re-released the Iron Man movie series in their stores, I was hoping they would re-release the Mark I, but they didn't. So kind of happy to find it at a Hot Toys 2 store at the New Park Mall in Newark, California. Now, taking a look at the figure in the package, you can see the movie series Mark I in there. It's represented fairly well. It's pretty neat and has lots of detail on the figure. And it does come with an accessory here, a firing missile or flame. Looks more like a cotton swab to me. And taking a look here at the back of the package, you can see a description here at the top for Iron Man, and down below you can see a description of the Mark I, and a nice picture of the Mark I firing the cotton swab. And down here you can see a picture of how to use the cotton swab. And down below you can see other figures in the Iron Man movie series line. We have Ironmonger, Iron Man Mark III, and the Tony Stark Iron Man prototype. Let's go ahead and take this guy out of the package, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have the contents of the movie Mark I out of the package, and we'll go ahead and take a look at this first, which is a small catalog of Iron Man items. And it's kind of neat. You have here a Repulsor Power Iron Man toy. What else do we have here? We have some role play items and a Nerf gun. Kind of interesting here, it says Iron Man NRF. I guess I'm not sure what the NRF stands for other than Nerf. And we have here some action figures, which is kind of neat. And some of the Superhero Squad action figures. I really like that Titanium Man there. And some access to the MarvelKids.com website and the Iron Man video game. And at the end you have a nice checklist, because you have to collect them all. Next up, we'll take a look at the cotton swab firing flame here. It's kind of neat. It's semi-translucent orange on there, and it basically fires off of the lower left arm of the Mark I figure here, and you just put it in here, and it's spring-loaded but does not lock into place. Basically, to fire it, you just have to hold on to the missile and let go. You just pull back and whoa, and it fires very well. It could probably fire across the room if you pulled back hard enough on there. And that's the firing missile there. Now on to the Mark I, and this is an excellent figure. I really love this figure, and I'm glad to have this figure back. And it's got loads of detail on here. There's only a few minor issues that I have with this figure, and we'll go over that right now. And that is, I wish Hasbro had actually painted some of the internal parts of his suit, like right here. And in the back, you got some wiring, exposed wiring. I wish Hasbro had painted that. And you got some of the gears back here. It's basically the same color as the armor, which is a a brownish gray. It's a dirty gray, and it's very well applied. It looks very tarnished, and I'm not sure if it's showing up in the video here, but you can actually see some of the brownish, I don't know if it's a wash they applied it or not, but taking a look at the head sculpt, you can see around the mouth area and on the forehead more of that brownish, I guess, tarnish, you could say. Very well done. I really like how they did it. And you can see here, this is some of the swirl of the plastic from the mold. It actually makes it fit very well with this particular armor. It makes it look more weathered. On a, I guess like on a Mark II or a Mark III, the swirls wouldn't look very well on this, that figure. But for this figure, it actually makes it look better on there. And it's kind of cool. And there you can see some of the gears here, and this is where I wish they would paint some more detail on that. That would have been cool. And I may end up doing that myself in the future. And they're very neat. There's the arc reactor. It's kind of a white there, small white. Wish it was a little bit whiter on there, but not too bad. You can see some of the, I guess, from the missile part, AFP4-475. I'm not sure if the AF stands for Air Force or not, but it's kind of cool. You can see all the different platings on this figure, and some more detail on the gears in the back. Pretty nice. And there's some more weathering detail on the paint on there. It's very cool on there. Now, one thing about this figure is the articulation, and it's very limiting on the articulation. And I've seen some videos on YouTube on this figure where they complain about the articulation, is where it's very limiting. And I actually don't mind, especially for this figure here. And to quote Obadiah Stane, Tony Stark built this in a cave with the parts that he had. And if you watch the movie, he's not very well coordinated because the mishmash of parts he used to create the Mark I armor. And with the bulkiness of this figure, the articulation suffers for it, and I really don't mind because it kind of represents the character in the movie. But to go over the articulation, the head is on a swivel joint, and it just goes side to side, and doesn't even go all the way around because of the shoulder here, these parts on the shoulder. This is about as far as it'll go, left or right on there, which I don't mind. The arms do go all the way around. They do go out about that far and in. No bicep swivel. The elbows are on a hinge swivel joint, so they bend up about that far. That's about as far as it'll go, and that far back. And does rotate all the way around. And some more detail on I guess that's a fuel tank, I'm not sure. The hands are sculpted into the arm, so they don't articulate on there. The waist does go back and forth, but because of these gears going over the edge of the waist, this is about as far as it'll go left or right. The legs do go up, down, and back on a ball hinge joint, and they do go out to the side a little bit. No thigh articulation, but the knees are on a hinge ball swivel joint. They bend back that far due to the bulkiness of the armor, and they do go all the way around. And the feet are on a hinge swivel joint as well, so they go up and down slightly and go all the way around. Overall, this figure is an excellent figure, and I highly recommend it if you're into the Iron Man movie figures. And I just really love it. I'm glad to have this figure back, and it's going to be a great addition to my Iron Man collection. But this is my casual peek into the Iron Man movie series, Iron Man Mark I. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.